tengo el honor, hello Helena, Helena Matusek, that is
Yes. Hi,
pronunciation.
hi.
Hi, thank you very much to be with us and to share with us the University of La Haya. Ella va a presentar acerca de la Universidad de La Haya. Welcome.
Thank you so much. I don't speak Spanish, so
don't worry.
Only gonna be in English. Let me just share my screen. Well, thank you so much for having me here. I'll be talking about the Hague Pathway College and the Hague University of Applied Sciences. So my name is Solana. I'm the student recruitment coordinator for the Hague Pathway College. Maybe what's good to mention is that I studied at the Hague University of Applied Sciences myself. So I know how the student life is in The Hague and especially at the university. So I'll be talking a little bit about studying in the Netherlands. Then I'll introduce the university and the Hague Pathway College. I'll talk about the two programs that we offer, and I'll focus on the progression degrees at the Hague University, focusing on politics, international relations, and languages as well. And finally, I'll talk about some practical matters. So studying in the Netherlands. The Netherlands is a quite small country, as you can see in Europe, but it is very safe and happy by the international standards. The cities are easy to navigate. There's affordable public transportation, so it's also very easy to go to other European cities such as Berlin, Paris, or somewhere in the UK. Dutch people are very open-minded, they're international, and 95% of them also speak English. So for international students, it's very easy to communicate and get around. So yeah, the internationals really feel accepted here in the Netherlands. I'd like to present the student visa a little bit. The student visa is pretty easy to get. It grants the opportunity to travel around Europe. Students can also work part-time, which is 16 hours per week, or 3 months during the summer. They also receive a 12-month post-study work visa, which is called the orientation year, which allows students to find a job in that year if they want to stay in the Netherlands. And the students can also qualify for permanent residency after 5 years of uninterrupted stay in the Netherlands. So if you decide to come to the Hague University, you'll most likely be living in The Hague. So yeah, The Hague is a very beautiful city. It's quite big. There are 180 nationalities living in the city. It's very international, cosmopolitan, dynamic, and it's also a city of peace and justice. It's also where the Dutch government and the royal family is based. So there are a lot of interesting events happening throughout the year that anyone can go to. There are 131 international organizations here in the city. So that also shows really great career opportunities. What's also really nice is that there's a lot of nature. So there's 11 kilometers off the beach, and 1/3 of the city is also green. So yeah, lots of parks, lots of forests, lakes, canals, of course, and also theaters and museums. So if you're more of a cultural person, then it's nice to go there as well. So here you can see some headquarters that are based in The Hague. I'm pretty sure you know quite a few of them. International Criminal Court is very interesting if you would like to study politics, of course, or international relations. But there's also a lot of other career opportunities within international companies. So this is an overview of the cost of living for 1 year. It excludes the tuition fee and any leisure activities, of course. So a student should have around 14,000 euros for rent, food, transportation, insurance, and other things. So the Hague University of Applied Sciences, I have 6 reasons of why students choose the Hague University of Applied Sciences. So first of all, it's international hands-on education, so it's very practical. There's a lot of group work. There's a lot of projects that are being done. Usually, you have to find a real company and solve a problem, or make like a marketing plan for them, or it of course depends on your bachelor's degree, but it's very practical, and you deal with real companies and real businesses. The second one is the international environment. There are more than 26,000 students studying here from more than 150 countries. So as I mentioned before, the students just feel very welcome here. There are lots of people you can learn from. And the third reason is that this university prepares the students to be market ready, because the students have to do internships during the bachelor's degree. So you build up your career. You start already at the university to start your professional career. Next to that, you get access to Dutch and European job market, because the university has so many exchange partners from all over the world. So the students can also do their internship in another country. Sometimes there also is a study exchange available. Me, myself, I did a study exchange and an internship in a different country. So that was a great experience. And if the student wants to travel during the studies, that's definitely possible. And also at the university, there are a lot of job fairs that are being organized, so the students get the chance to get in touch with real companies and find an internship, or even find a job later on. And the last 2 reasons is what I already talked about, is The Hague is a very international city, lots of things to do, lots of career opportunities. And it's also, it's an attractive cosmopolitan city lifestyle, with the beach, the festivals, the city life, and lots of music venues as well. Sorry. So just to give you an idea of how the campus looks like, this is the main entrance. There are 3 big buildings connected to the main one, and this is the main area, and you can see it in my background as well. This is where the magic happens. There are usually fairs being organized. Almost every day there's something happening in this area. And also in the other pictures, you can see lots of group work, lots of projects that are being done with a group of students, and that's definitely one of the key things of studying at this university. So now I would like to move on to the Hague Pathway College, which I'm actually representing. So the program headlines is, basically we have these 2 programs that help students progress to the Hague University. So the curriculum is tailor-made, and it reflects the demands of the Hague University of Applied Sciences. So we keep adjusting it to meet that. The Hague University is our partner, so we're working together to make sure that we're on the same page. Content-based approach to ALS. ALS is academic and literacy skills. So we combine English with relevant subjects. So the students don't just learn English, but they also learn academic skills. And those academic skills include debating, oral presentations, and research. All students study mathematics, which is also good to mention because it's one of the entry requirements. Everyone needs to have mathematics in their diploma. throughout the year. There's also a lot of student support that's being provided at the Hague Pathway College. So, for example, one-to-one meetings where we focus on academic and non-academic, could be issues, could be comments, could be anything. And there are also contact hours when the students can go to the student support and talk about their progress. So the first program that we have is the International Foundation Program, which prepares students to progress to 3-year bachelor's degrees. And we have 2 intakes, one in September and one in January. So the January one is shorter, so it's more intensive. We have 2 streams. The first one is management and social sciences. The other one is technology and design. And for the sake of this fair, we'll be mostly focusing on the management and social sciences one. The other program that we offer is the English Academic Preparation Program, which helps students to progress to 4-year bachelor's degrees. So it's different from the other program because this one is mostly focused on improving students' English level. So, for example, to get into a university's 4-year program, these students need to have an IELTS of a 6. And so we help students who don't have that IELTS. In half a year, we prepare them to go to the university. And now I would like to focus on some of the bachelor's degrees that could be interesting for you. So the first one is the International Communication Management. It's of course communication, but it's also very much focused on current global issues. So for example, social responsibility and sustainability. So how do you tackle big problems like that and incorporate it with your communication? So on the right side, you can see the career opportunities after finishing this bachelor's degree. For example, you can work in public relations. You can be a project manager, of course, marketing and communication manager, also event coordinator, digital marketeer. So there are a lot of different fields that you could be working in if you choose this bachelor's degree. And for this one, you would have to first do the foundation program and then progress to the 3-year bachelor's degree. The next one is the European Studies. It's also a 3-year program. So it helps students to develop an international approach to private business and public policy. In the first year, the students study politics, business, and culture. In the second year, they develop an understanding of international businesses and organizations. And in year 3, they do an internship and research project. So they write their thesis. And the main thing I would like to mention here is that every year students can learn multiple languages throughout the year. So they can choose French, German, or Spanish at advanced or beginner level. I think French and German would then be more interesting for you. If you're interested in languages, then this is definitely one of the programs that you could be following. The specializations include social entrepreneurship, sustainability, cultural political differences, also international law. So after this program, the students can become many different things. For example, entrepreneur, communications officer, event planner, policy officer, PR officer as well, lobbyist. So it's very politics related and also languages related. And the other one is the international and European law. It's definitely worth mentioning because the International Criminal Court is in The Hague. So there would be a lot of practical experiences that students could be having from this. So they would go to a hearing at the criminal court and experience it in real life. So yeah, they could specialize in dispute resolution, cybersecurity, which is of course very interesting these days, legal technology and compliance. And afterwards they can follow their career in one of these fields. And finally, the international public management, with the knowledge that the students get, they can apply the knowledge to international and political cases and group projects. So it's a bit similar to the previous bachelor's degree, and the students can specialize in Chinese economics and culture, global citizenship, exports in developing countries, and development cooperation. So yeah, all of these programs are really focused on solving current global issues. And if that's something you would like to be doing, then it's definitely worth considering. And finally, I would like to just share some practical matters. So here you can see the general English language requirements. We have the foundation program, we have the September intake and January intake, which, yeah, there's a small difference there because the January intake is more intense. And the English academic preparation program, as I already said, it prepares students to go from IELTS 5.5 to IELTS 6.0. And the academic entry requirements, we accept secondary school diplomas from most countries around the world. We do have requirements for average grades, and there are also some subjects required. So here you can see the tuition fees for the foundation program and the English academic preparation program. The costs are the same for both EU passport holders and non-EU passport holders. The difference is then when they progress to the bachelor's degree, because then the EU passport holders, it's a lot lower than for non-EU passport holders. The difference is almost 6,000 euros per year. And the application process, as I mentioned, we have the January intake, which starts in January 2023, and the application deadline is 1st of November, so there's still time to apply. And our applications are also open for the next September, and you have almost the whole year to apply. But I would like to encourage you to apply as soon as possible, especially if you would like to start in January. And of course, you should do it with added links. And just a quick word about accommodation. So we offer support with finding the right accommodation, and we usually have a couple of rooms reserved at the social hub. This is the social hub. It's like a hotel where the students have their own room, but they have shared space like a kitchen, study areas, gym, and a restaurant. And the prices start from around 1,100 per month. And that was it. So here you can see the website and also the email address that you can contact for any questions you might have.
Thank you very much, Arlena. Really very interesting, this new option for our students. Hola a todos, ¿cómo están? Estamos ya en nuestra recta final. No sé si alguien tiene preguntas para Saulena y para saber más sobre esta universidad. Saulena, do you have a scholarship for LATAM students?
For the Hague Pathway College, it's unfortunately not possible because we're a private company, so we don't provide that. But after the bachelor's degree, the students can apply for a scholarship. I will share a link of that in the chat. But as I said, for the Hague Pathway College, that's not possible.
Okay. And one more question about sports. What kind of sports is offering at university?
Yeah, there's also all kinds of sports. There's a sports campus that's a bit further from the main campus. We have one program, the sports management, that students can study there. But even if you don't study the sports management, you can still go on a sports campus and do sports there. Yeah, there's basketball, there's football. There's also a gym. They can get a gym membership for a really good price as well. Really any sport you can imagine.
Okay.
Like a beach volleyball that's inside, tennis. Yeah, I will share that one as well. Let's see.
Could you please share us again the prices, please?
Yeah, of course.
Thank
you. Yes.
Perfecto, pues para todos los que están aquí con nosotros y que están pensando a lo mejor estudiar en esta universidad, tenemos el International Foundation Year, que está el costo alrededor de 13,390 euros. Y bueno, ya la carrera estaría bajando alrededor de 8,634 euros. Un poquito lo que son los tipos de cambio es alrededor de 23 pesos el euro, aunque ha estado bajando más alrededor de 22. So now, how is the payment for the tuition? Is in advance all year or per semester?
For the Hague Pathway College, we would need a full amount before, for the visa process. So everything needs to be paid before we apply for the visa. After they progress to the bachelor's degree, students can pay in 9 installments. So okay. 9 times per year. Yeah.
Great. Thank you very much, Holanda. Thank you very much to be with us and share with us our weekend, sharing us this information and the Pathway College. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Muchas gracias a todos. Ya estamos terminando nuestra sesión de universidades hoy sábado 22 de octubre. Les damos las gracias a todos los que nos han estado acompañando.